What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So about a week ago, we picked up these RTX 3090s on Facebook Marketplace. I've been more eager and eager to get into AI rig rental services, and well, here is my first step in getting into that. So today we're going to go through each of these GPUs and test them. We have a test bench over here. It just has an MSI Z170A with, I don't even know what processor's in there, a small little Intel processor, but I want to test each of these. And then I want to go ahead and talk about which platform I'm considering putting these on. And I'd love your input. So to recap, Facebook Marketplace, we bought these for. One of them I got on eBay, which I'm like, oh, maybe that was a massive mistake, but let's run through it real quick here. So we did pick this one up off of Facebook Marketplace for $500. And I thought I made out pretty dang good with that purchase. Came in great, no issues, no problems. The second one here we picked up locally, and I feel like I paid a little too much for it after I snagged this one. But this one I ended up getting for about $620, all said and done. And then I paid way too much for this one, $800. I should have known better, right? I bought one and then I bought another, found another. So my target moving forward, I want to pick up 4 more of these. I have one in an Asana rig out in my shed, but I want to pick up 4 more of these, but my target price is that $500, especially if they're the EVGA for the Win 3s or they're the NVIDIA Founders Edition cards. So what I want to do first today is get each of them plugged into this rig and just run through how I plan to give them a quick test just to make sure there's nothing problematic. Thank you to today's video sponsor, ASICmarketplace.com. If you're in the market for the top ASIC miners, look no further than ASICmarketplace.com. They have some of the best miners on the market in 2025. To name just a few: Bitmain Antminer L9 and L7, the AlphaPex DG1 Plus, the Canon Avalon A15 XP, and many more. And oh, home miners, ASICmarketplace.com has you covered as well. The AlphaPex DG Home 1, the Bombax EZ100C, the Ice River AL2 Lite, and many more. Finally, 3 big reasons I like ASICmarketplace.com. First, the price on their website is to your door. Shipping and import tax is included in the price. Second, they accept cryptocurrency as a payment method. And third, I've been working with them for over 2 years and never had a bad experience buying from ASICmarketplace.com. Go check out ASICmarketplace.com today and use my discount code to save $100 at checkout. All right, the first 3090 is in our test bench here. This is just a older MSI motherboard that I had from back during the GPU days, and it's worked great up till now. Now we do have our 3090 in here, and I'm a sucker for the RGB, I'm not gonna lie. That looks totally badass. And for $500 being the cheapest 3090 I got, definitely well worth it. Now, I am running the EVGA, not only a power supply, it's just a 650 watt for now on my test bench. I am using EVGA cables. We are using one of these splitters here. I don't recommend this full time, just for our testing. I don't mind using it. That's why I have it on the bench here. I definitely would recommend the EVGA leads, one for each one of these 8 pins, just because of how much power it can pull. It does look like it did come up right on the screen here. So let me jump over to the computer, we'll remote in, and we'll run through a few things. All right, so I'm remoted into that test rig there. And what I usually like to ask people to do, especially off Facebook Marketplace, is when they're selling one of these, is I always ask them to go into control panel. And it's a little bit sluggish as I move through these screens, so give me a sec, we are remoted in. And I always ask them, even before I buy it, like when we're having discussions and stuff like that off of Facebook Marketplace or anything like that, even off of eBay, even is a good avenue to go, is when you come in here, you want to go to under Advanced System Settings. And this is just me. Maybe I'm just old school, you tell me. And under Device Manager, and there is, when it's ready to come up, here we go, perfect. Okay, so under Display Drivers, Display Adapters, I always ask to make sure it shows NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3090, just because if there's an issue, there's going to be an exclamation point. Then I ask them to take a screenshot right here that this device is working properly, because there are cards that you will get that are problematic that will say 3090, but you'll come in here and it'll say, oh, there's a problem or something like that. The other thing I like to do is to come in here and install the latest drivers from NVIDIA, which I already did. I installed the latest drivers right off their website. And then what I like to do is come into MSI Afterburner, hit yes here, and we'll go ahead and launch this. And we're not going to overclock this in any way. That's not my goal. My goal is to two things. One, make sure all the fans work. And two, make sure that the card properly cools. So turned up all the way, hit the check mark, and hit save. And let's go ahead and check the fans. All right, so let's see if we can get our camera under here. Yep, we can see all three of the fans are working properly, which is awesome. Now, if you guys have a methodology different from mine, please comment down below and let me know, because I'd love to see what people run through. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and launch 3D Mark. You can download this entirely free. I'll leave a link to it directly down below, and even MSI Afterburner if you're interested. And 3D Mark is definitely going to push the card to pretty much the max in a testing capacity. I've been using, 3D Mark. I don't know if you guys have used 3D Mark before, but I've been using it for years. And I always like to use this as a really good benchmark. Now, this takes forever to load. I'll be back in a minute. All right, so 3D Mark loaded, and it's a totally paid program, but there is a free one that you can use for benchmarking for gaming PCs. So this is the one I always run. You can see it shows you all the stats in here. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3090 shows us our VRAM in there as well. Shows you, look, our processor. I told you, look, it's a little i3 6100T. It is like nothing. This is like absolutely the bottleneck when the results come out here, because it actually like gives you a rating for the entire PC. So I think that's really funny. So I'm going to go ahead and click run, and then I'll show you kind of what it goes through on the screen. All right, so this totally looks badass, by the way. But like, this is how it actually is testing things. You can see at the bottom, it brings up like your FPS, your frames and everything. It's these like high graphically intensive videos pretty much. And they actually go through quite a variety of different ones. Dude, I totally want a movie or video game. I mean, these graphics look absolutely amazing. All right, so our first test finished here. You can see it kind of gives you a graphic test of like FPS, and then it gives you an overall score. Now, keep in mind, this also takes into account my crappy little CPU that I have in here. And I don't even know, maybe 8 gigabytes of memory in this thing. I don't even recall. But, you know, definitely some things to take a look at like how it does. So it gives you some like really good information about it, which is convenient. Also gives you temps too. So if you want to take a look at like, okay, this got up to like 60 some C. So I don't have any like crazy concerns there. So what I like to do is go ahead and run this for each of the GPUs. So let me do this real quick, and I'll show you guys a screenshot of how each one performs. Ideally, they should be almost all the same or close to it. All right, so here's the first 3090 that we actually tested together. So it's about 5,417. Now, every GPU is different. Every chip is going to perform different. So I'm not expecting them to be identical. Here is the second 3090. That is the other EVGA for the Win 3. So it's, you know, off by, you know, only not even 10. So not even that much. So not a huge difference. And the FPS is very, very close. Now, the last one, the PNY, however, definitely a lot lower. This one I was actually really surprised about. PNY is traditionally not as good a quality. Maybe you guys would disagree, but it's always traditionally cheaper, at least. Cheaper quality, cheaper card. So I'm not overly concerned, but it's something I definitely want to keep an eye on. All right, so finally, let's talk about the build I'm going to be going with. So I'm buying all this secondhand, so used. This is a Supermicro H12 SSLI. And try to zoom in the best I can here on this board. It's a little bit fuzzy, so I do apologize. So it's a single EPYC CPU board. And we have here's actually the specs if we actually go over here. So it has 5 PCIe 4.0 16 slots. It has 2 of the 4.0 X8 slots in there, and you can run a single EPYC as well as up to 2 terabytes of memory. It does come with 128 gigabytes. I do want to read more into it to see, I guess it's really going to come down to the platform, but how much memory I actually should have. I've heard 256, I've heard 512. So we'll have to look at that a little bit closer. Now, this board, let's see here, that was there. This board on Amazon is 586. I wouldn't recommend going out and buying it. These things are crazy expensive. And then the EPIC CPU I'm getting secondhand as well from the same person, and it's an AMD EPIC 7452. So it is 32 cores, 64 threads. Would a double EPIC board be better? Absolutely. But hey, we're not going massive here. We're not going 4090s. We're not going 5090s. We're not going with like, this is like me kind of taking it to the next level from a salad rig. But yeah. So other than that, my plan is to put it on, those of you guys may remember, the 12 GPU mining frames. My goal is to put it on here, actually, is kind of what I'm thinking. Oh, here's actually a better picture. There we go. Doing something like that. I already have a bunch of these frames, so I'm just going to go ahead and repurpose it. Now, I am going to have to use risers, which are crazy expensive and something I need to look into to go from the motherboard. You can't just use your X1 traditional risers that you would use with mining. You have to get some crazy expensive ones, so I have to look into that. Now, I'm not going to go with Nosana. Nosana is what I have my 13090 on now that we'll be pulling from here. Two reasons. First, Nosana doesn't support multi-GPU setup, so it's all single GPU setups. And second, Nosana has been packed full of these benchmark jobs. You can see it's running now, and like every 2 hours, it's going to run a benchmark job. But I have not found a job in a very long time. As you guys can see here, I'm clicking through, and that B on the right is all benchmark. So Nosana is definitely suffering from the oversaturation of hardware stepping into the space. The down and Red Panda Mining had a great video about this the other day, discussing the fact that a ton of hardware has stepped into the space, but they're shitty setups. They are, not very good bandwidth. They're not really good, hardware. The GPU is good, but everything else is crap with the memory and the CPU, and it's this crazy oversaturation of garbage host. Is what we're seeing. So what I'm thinking about, I've heard great things about Vast.ai, 1, running on Linux, 2, having jobs, 3, supporting multiple GPUs. So it's something that I am considering. The other one I'm looking at is actually Octaspace, because I've heard great things about Octaspace from the same thing, Linux, multi-GPU, and the fact of how it utilizes your CPU. All right, so what do you guys think? Our 3090s, pretty badass. I'm excited to be jumping back into tinkering with this tech. We've been spending so much time on the channel into ASICs, which I love, but man, deep down, GPUs, bread and butter. Hey, listen, if you guys have any 3090s for sale, and you know where I'm at, $500, please reach out to me if it's via Discord or email. Or Telegram. Love to chat about it quite a bit and chat through things and see if we can come up with a deal. I am looking for more. Probably not the PNYs, but reach out. Maybe we can make something work. Also, love to hear from you guys. What platform do you think I should put these on? I talked about Vast, I talked about Octaspace, but maybe I'm missing something. Please let me know. Leave your comments down below. I'll keep you guys updated as we progress. Hopefully my next video, we are going ahead and building our massive rig. Sorry to interrupt your video, but check this out. I constantly get emails from the community asking me about trustworthy hosting facilities in the United States that I recommend. Well, I got you covered. Listen up. A few months back, I visited BlockOps Mining's brand new facility in Central Arkansas. The team there was super professional, knowledgeable, and everyday miners like you and I. After visiting the facility, I sent them a few of my ASIC miners for hosting and have been super happy with their service and communication. Go contact BlockOps Mining directly down below in the video description and tell them the Hobbyist miner sent you for great pricing on miners and hosting.